I just feel the desire to talk a few minutes about the insane thing that Israel has done. We all know what it is. The intelligence system that gives feedback loops into our homes is depressingly savage and real too. At Carnegie Mellon University, British agencies like Bath University play up their power to build inner representations of your psyche into artificial intelligence in targeting things you value, things you think, people you love, so that they can get away with terrorism, so that they can get away with murder, so that their genocide is never investigated properly. I realize there's an explanation for some of the accomplice, the desire to believe the best of the Israeli within, our neighbors, who cultivated their sorrows in our company. They are now committing abomination while forging our names. It is important that people face reality about what has happened. We mustn't continue to justify disbelieving the terrible, terrible tales of testimony offered up again and again by their victims, including me, behind a wall of self-deception. Telling ourselves there must be some explanation, some other explanation. I believe the best of the Jewish community too. I faulted myself when they came after me terribly, cruelly, slanderously, lewdly, mockingly, sadistically, with depraved degradation as direct blows to my self-esteem. It would be pitiful if we were to all suffer in silence what we know that they have done while forging our names. Don't believe the worst of yourself by reinforcing what they've said and done. It's their mission. Donald Trump is just trying to destroy the United States of America, and he's already come close to achieving his ends. It's ridiculous to go along with the crimes that they have committed while claiming that there's some other explanation when there isn't another explanation. We are dealing with the criminally insane. Whatever this gaggle of jalopies who fancy themselves lieutenants of public mores that we call the denizens of Congress may be, and where they may come from. They're making us a laughingstock even amongst ourselves by their bananas take on inflicting genocidal injuries on men, women, and children who have done nothing to deserve it. We call ourselves a pluralism, We call ourselves inclusive. And yet we manage somehow to harden our hearts to people who really are not much different than ourselves because of a category that we're told they belong to. Whatever that category may be, whether it's a wormy fascist trick like terrorist or a slyly conniving innuendo like Sharia creep. We're doing it to ourselves. And there's no excuse for it. Absolutely none. The University of Pittsburgh carved its name into the woodwork of what they deemed to be some magnificent Ripper Hatters. But they did that while telling us lies that they seemed to believe. Self-deceptions is what we chose to think of them as, who knew that they were lying to themselves, we hoped. It's no longer possible for the University of Pittsburgh to sustain the illusion that they are lying to themselves, because there's no longer any excuse for them to lie to themselves, or to not feel guilt for not having listened to dire warnings, or to somehow complain that these absolutely inordinate, absurd, terrible catastrophes being visited on places like Gaza have any sort of justification whatsoever. There is none. And whatever habit of mind led to this self-trickery, they can no longer sustain the illusion that it isn't willful and that it isn't suicidal.